Good morning. It's just after 10 a.m. on the East Coast. It's March 14th, 2023. This is Rob Sin at Goldfinger on CEO.ca at CEO Technician on Twitter. And a lot has happened in the last several days, basically since last Thursday afternoon. So let's say the last 5 days have been news filled, action packed, and abundant in shitty takes and fear mongering on social media. And I'm not afraid to say that. I'm not afraid to speak my mind, speak the truth of what I see out there. A lot of people that are generally clueless and with misinformation, tweeting, posting TikTok videos, inciting fear, trying to yell fire in a crowded theater, what have you. And frankly, I understand that this is a scary time. And when we have two large bank failures in the US, it's scary. And I get that, it incites fear. And the human instinct is to be fearful during times like this. I totally get it. And just from my observations and my being me, the text messages I've received in the last several days, questions from European friends that I have. I'm actually in Europe right now. This, you know, Silicon Valley Bank failure, this is international news, right? This is international news. This has spread worldwide. And yeah, it's the second biggest bank failure in US history. So it's a big deal. This is a big deal. And this has made international headlines. And every human being with a cell phone is aware of this bank failure and likely being more fearful and being more risk averse as a result of the SIVB failure and the stock being halted and now being worth zero. So basically, what was $60 billion market cap, market valuation just 7 weeks ago is now wiped out. And that obviously incites fear and risk aversion among rational, logical human beings and market participants. However, my point of making this video is not to make some grand market prognostication, to really even talk about the Fed special purpose vehicle and the regulatory, response to that. That's way beyond the realm of this video, would take much longer, and frankly, I find it boring. Instead, it's to address effective market participant psychology and how these times of stress, these times of market chaos, panic, people yelling fire in a crowded theater create opportunity. And frankly, you don't need to know what is going to happen next in order to make money. So, going back to the 5 fundamental truths of trading, Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone, my trading Bible, something that I try to live by, these 5 fundamental truths. So, first of all, anything can happen. Second of all, you don't need to know what is going to happen next in order to make money. I don't know what is going to happen next. And I'm not afraid to admit that and state that. And I will say it the same in the very next breath. In the last 24 hours has been one of the best 24 hours of trading that I've had in a long time, many, many months, probably even more than a year. And every moment in the market is unique. So while we can all sit here and say, well, bank failures, two big bank failures in the US, a lot of ugly charts and breakdowns across charts, whichever ones you pull up, very simply, they're all fairly similar, and they've sustained a significant amount of technical damage in the last week. Okay. That much is clear, that much is obvious. But also, we can see that fear has ticked higher appreciably, just as evidenced by the VIX surging above 30 yesterday. But we can also see, wow, look at what the S&P has done this morning. So we had what superficially is a hot CPI core report, and stocks are soaring. The S&P is up 1.6% as I'm making this video. Now, that is a fluid situation. Markets are always in flux, and that could change quickly. But simply put, in an environment of heightened fear, risk aversion, and a seemingly superficially hot core CPI print, stocks are soaring. So every moment in the market is unique, and including this one. So while it is scary out there and there is a great deal of uncertainty, and a lot of people want to draw comparisons to past market episodes and market history, whether it's 1929, 2000, 2008. There's a lot of takes like that. The reality is that every moment in the market is unique, including this one, and especially this one. And anything can happen here. So a lot of people think they know or want to bet they know what's going to happen next. The reality is they don't. And this is a very uncertain time. And it's interesting because I was speaking to my mother, just talking about the bank failures and the heightened fear. And she very innocently and frankly quite astutely said, the next sentence that she said is, "This is probably the time to be buying." Interesting. My mom is not a market expert. She's not a trader. And her take, being on this earth 75 years after hearing all this and seeing all this in the last several days, is this is probably the time to be buying. So I'll leave you with that. Have a great rest of your day. Please try to stay sane in this crazy world and do your best to apply the 5 fundamental truths of trading from the epic trading tome, Trading in the Zone. Thanks a lot for your time and attention.